Oh man, what's with this dude, man? He is he's pretty roided out, man. Look at this. That dude's huge. I don't think he uses cards. I think he uses phone books. That's crazy, man. Where's my chat? I gotta bring my chat up here. Chat. We'll just open in the browser. I don't want. There we go. That works. Well, let's see what he has to say. I haven't even turned the sound on. I'm waiting for you signers. Yes, I've become a dark signer. Yeah, made that obvious. The purple tattoos didn't give it away. This left arm used to belong to my brother Roman, who was also a signer. Okay. Crimson Dragon's mark to me. Okay. With it, I should become all powerful and rule the world. For all control both the power of the Crimson Dragon and the Netherworld. He looks ridiculous. It's time to begin the ancient ritual for the king of the Netherworld. By crushing you signers and sending you to the Netherworld. Okay, you keep mentioning the Netherworld. For I control the ultimate earthbound mortal of destruction. Wiracotcharaska? Did I say that right? Just a giant bird thing? Some of these names are so stupid. Power to face my almighty strength. Well, he is pretty ripped. Oh, is he unlockable? Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cool, I guess. God, I hate these. Oh, why did they make the event like this? God, I hate these events. It's those stupid raid events where they have like 100,000 life points and you have to slowly whittle them down over time. Oh, God, I hate these so much. Let me turn some sound on here. There we go. These are so boring. I hate them so much. I really don't want to do this one. Well, where's Alexis? Oh, she's in the... Get over here. Huh. Can you tell that I don't have a box that I like right now? Okay, Alexis, don't have to make it too clear. Alright. At least I get to practice with the stack. Oh crap, she's already got her angels out. Oh my goodness. We're at 2,600, huh? Freaking Necro Valley. 2 Necro Valleys. So all we can really do is play defense. Oh, that's right. I think she gets to attack again, right? Well, let's bring our spiritualist. Oh, she only got that. Okay. Gosh, come on, another Necro Valley. I have to do this. So we're gonna bring our Supernaturalist. Well, she has no hand now. Let's bring a spy. I guess I could have gotten another spiritualist. She has nothing though. Yeah, didn't matter. Well, I gotta summon something. So I'll bring him. I'm only using Chaz so I can level him up. He's got some gems that are pretty close. Other than that, yeah, doesn't matter. More of the stupid dark signer visage things. But don't give me funny ideas. What's up with this girl? She's a little full of herself, man. Calm down, lady. Oh, I guess I could go see what new card he's gonna bring. Okay, so he unlocks after the 5th. So even if we work on it now, it doesn't matter. Oracle of the Sun. Oh, I remember this card. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card on the field is destroyed instead of the graveyard, you can add 1 fire, ant, Escator, or Supe from your deck to your hand. I'm actually doing this, Dre, so it makes me tired because I should be asleep, but I'm kind of like in that weird middle part where it's like, you know, you want to go to sleep and you're feeling a little sleepy, but you know if you go and you lay down, you're not going to get to sleep. So I'm trying to make myself tired. Sun Dragon Inti. Fire, okay. Moon Dragon. Supane, 1 more non-tuner monsters. Earthbound Immortal. Some weird cards, man. And we don't get to unlock him until the 5th. Although I'm pretty sure we can progress to the point where we can unlock him. It just won't give him to us until the 5th. So I guess that works. I don't know if the deck I'm using right now is good to go against him right now. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. That bird looks so stupid. I'm sorry, its face just looks ridiculous. Oh, well, this worked out nicely. Although I wish I would have gotten my Oracle instead. Here, I can... Well, actually, let's send it away. I'll use the Supernaturalist to get another Spiritualist. Oh, you mean a Synchro deck? Oh, that's right, I forgot. The Synchro monsters get bonus. I actually... Is it this deck? I think... Yeah, I do have some... Okay. Yeah, I do have 1 tuner in this deck. And these are the 4 Synchro monsters I use with it. Yeah, I actually usually bring out the Lightning Warrior or the Chaos Archfiend. Okay, I think we're done there. And we'll grab another Spiritualist. The only bad news is I only run 2 spiritualists and 2 supernaturalists. I got into the beginning of season 2 on 5Ds, and then I stopped. Gosh, who do I want to pick up? Just someone who does a lot of damage. We'll just bring this guy. I doubt I'll need that wall. Oh, I hit the wrong button. No. I wanted to activate effect and I accidentally turned it. Crap. That sucks. Now I'll get the Oracle. I screwed myself over there. On a new program? No. Oh, that's a nice top deck. See, I screwed myself up. That one turn that I accidentally turned to defense, I screwed myself up. See, the game would be over right now. But I screwed myself over. Yeah. Dang it. Yeah, I messed up. Because this isn't the first time I've played with this deck, but I've done that a couple of times, where I go and click it with the intention of activating the effect, but I accidentally hit change to defense. I'm like, no! God, I hate that. Oh, I forgot to change the title of this. Let me change this real quick. Or didn't? Oh, I thought I did. Hold on, didn't I change the title? Let me refresh. Okay, good. It did update it. Good. Raid complete. Oh, somebody was helping me out. Oh, they nerfed the boxes. Ganigumo. Call the Reaper. Activate only when a monster is special summoned from your graveyard. Select and special summon 1 Supe or 1 Fire Ant. Escator. Huh. Interesting. Well, I guess I can go assist. This deck actually isn't too bad when it comes to damage. I mean, if he's only ever going to be that difficult, then yeah, this will be fine. I have another deck, but it takes a little longer to get going. It's more of a control deck and not a damage deck. This one's more of a damage deck. Yeah, that whole Kappa stuff is... I mean, the thing is, it's not YouTube's fault. Well, it is and it isn't. Because they should have known better than to go around collecting data from kids. And they did it anyway. And so they got sued and they lost. So now they have to implement all that new stuff. Pretty good. It's always nice when I can get the supernaturalist that early. Well, it was only a matter of time, really. I mean, you can only ignore things so long until eventually someone sues you and you lose, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, this deck is actually pretty decent when it comes to straight damage. I do have that one tuner monster in here. Yeah, the one tuner, but I'm not drawing it. And I don't have a way to search it. I can search all my Gravekeepers, but I can't search the tuner. Well, no, it's mostly a matter of it really depends on who your audience was before everything. Like if you had always been geared toward a more mature audience, then it's not going to matter. But if you had made a lot of stuff that was like strictly directed for kids, then you're gonna have some problems. Oop, hold on. Shore up the deck a little bit. Like even with my stuff, I've never really specifically said it's for kids because I don't think it is. I mean, somebody could call it family friendly. I've even called it family friendly in some cases, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's strictly for children. But yeah, all the bigger YouTubers, I don't think they're going to be affected. It's going to be the smaller ones. The people who've got maybe 5,000 or 6,000, subs. They're the ones who are really going to get hit. But yeah, all the ones that have like 1 million, 2 million subs, yeah, it's not going to hurt them. Because even those channels that are that big, most of their audiences are not kids. That was fast. 29.6. Wow. They really did nerf this, huh? Because I remember in the last one, we used to get at minimum like 6 chests. At minimum. And now I'm only getting like 4 and 5. So yeah, this got nerfed a little. The only good thing is that I'm getting the new cards, so I guess that's good. A lot of people did. A lot of people invested a lot of time and money. See, that's the bad thing about when you bet on your income and your livelihood on another company, that's it's not going to work out because things change, times change. You may do this for 2 or 3 years and YouTube's fine with it, and then something happens, something changes, and just like that, you know. And that's how it's happened with. Well, he better go get his job back then, or at least try to, because yeah, it's gonna be rough. Wow, I can actually buy the turbo duels for 50 gems. But yeah, I do feel for those people who quit their jobs specifically to do just YouTube. Because like I said, unless they've already got a very dedicated audience, it's going to get really hard for them. Well, that's another reason why a lot of people have done Patreon. Because at least with Patreon, these are people who say they're going to donate X amount of dollars to you every month. Like, it may only be like $2 or $3 a month, but when you've got, 200 or 300 people doing that, that's a decent amount of money. It's kind of how these things work, man. One day you're living it up and having a good old time doing stuff, and then before you know it, a year passes and the game changed. It's just how it is, man. It's the same way in the corporate world, really. You may be in with a business for a number of years, and then suddenly something changes, new management comes in, or laws change, or something happens, and then you have to completely change the way you do your business. Let's see, who do we want? Well, I don't really want to draw either of these. Calling rigged. So, I saw that game that they had against the Texans. It was not nearly as close as the score said it was. Man, they were just getting destroyed. And I'm not knocking the Texans. The Texans actually do have a pretty decent team. It's a pretty good team. They're going to make it to the playoffs. The Texans are in the playoffs. Now, can they win it all? I don't know. But they do have a pretty good team. But the Patriots were exposed badly in that game. It basically just showed that the Patriots' offense is essentially three people. It's Tom Brady, who is it? Jason Edelman, I think his name is, and Sony Michel. That's it. You take one of those out, and it's they can't really do anything. And that's exactly what the Texans exposed. The other reason I think that that the Patriots scored toward the end of the game is because the Texans really did let up. They didn't play hardcore the entire game. Like, once they knew it was in hand, they lightened up a little bit, which I think was a mistake, because you can't do that with the Patriots, especially with Tom Brady, because he is that good. But yeah, there were... I mean, how many drops did his teammates have in that game? Seriously, there were at least 10 dropped passes. There were like 10 drop passes, and Tom was getting really angry. Like, you could even tell when he, like, after some of the plays, he would point down the field and be like, "Get open!" Because nobody was open. The only person that was getting open occasionally was Edelman. That's it. He's the only one that was getting open. And even then, most of the time they had him double teamed. When he wasn't double teamed, he was doing his best to get open though. Yeah, kind of want a new Super Bowl champ. Getting sick of the same Super Bowl every year. I would actually like to see the Ravens, who are dangerously good this year. Like, seriously, Ravens versus Patriots, the Ravens are going to destroy them. They're just going to destroy them. So I'd like to see the Ravens in the Super Bowl from the AFC, and from the NFC, I would like to see either the 49ers or the Seahawks. Even though I'm in Texas, but what about the Cowboys? No, the Cowboys are just not that good this year. They're not. They'll make it to the playoffs because they're going to win their division, but their division is terrible. That's the only reason they'll make it to the playoffs. I think if they make it to the playoffs, they're probably, depending on who they match up against, I don't think they're going to win. Not even their first match. Ugh, that's weak. But I'd like to see Seahawks versus Ravens. Or 49ers versus Ravens. Because the 49ers played the Ravens last week. And that was a good game. That was a really good game. Stop the Patriots don't win again. I would not mind seeing 49ers Ravens in the Super Bowl. Because again, like I said, that first game they had was really good. It was a really good game. But I think the better matchup would be like I said, the Ravens versus the Seahawks. I'd watch that game because I actually like some of the Seahawks players. Like Jadeveon Clowney, that dude's a beast. That guy is crazy good. He doesn't get as many name mentions as he should, but he's a really good player. Same thing with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, that dude's a baller, man. He's short. He's only like 6 foot, 6'1", but man, can he... He's one of the best quarterbacks in the game, man. Yeah, it's something like that. I was telling Dre earlier, the only reason I'm streaming is just to get myself tired. Because I'm kind of in a weird spot right now where I know it's late and I'm a little tired, but if I go and lay down, I won't be able to fall asleep and I'll just end up getting up again. So I'm trying to wear myself out just by doing stuff. And this is not so good. I don't have Necker Valley. Should I be passive? Yeah, screw it. We'll be passive. I mean, it's not... I mean, to do damage, this is not a great hand. Who do I want to put out there? I'll throw another spy out there. There we go. There's the Necker Valley. No. I'm not playing Fortnite. Oop, not that one. This one. Didn't Fortnite have like a big thing they did? I remember hearing something about it on a couple of videos where they did like this big thing. Where it was basically they were moving to a new version of the game, like a big patch was coming out, and just to kind of show that the game was sort of being reborn, that people got sucked into a black hole, something like that. Dang, I can't bring the other supernaturalist out. Crap, we'll do this guy. Oh, speaking of Fortnite, I'm sure some of y'all heard about this. There was a kid who apparently was one of the top Fortnite players in the world, and he got himself banned. And I forget exactly what it was that he did, but he got himself banned. And apparently at the time when that happened, he was living like in this gamer's house where they pay your rent and they feed you and all that stuff. And that was basically his job, was just playing Fortnite. And then he got banned and he lost it. I mean, he started freaking out. He went online and he posted a video or something, and he was like literally like in tears. I just want to play. He was really upset. And I was like, dang, man. It's another instance of, this stuff can be fleeting, man. You make one wrong step nowadays and it's all gone. And that's what happened to him. Because he got banned, he was no longer able to, bring in money and whatnot or represent his team. So they basically, from what I understand, I don't know if this is true or not, but they basically asked him to leave the house. And so he had to leave the house, and now he had to move back in with his mother. He's only I think the guy's like 18. So he's still a young guy. But, yeah, that was pretty rough for him. Sony and Microsoft. They've had it. That thing got announced several months ago. Part of their deal was that they were allowing cross-platform. So, like if you're on PS2 and you go into like a GTA lobby, you can now play with players on Xbox and whatnot, which I think is pretty good. I wish it would have been like that from the beginning. I'm curious now. I want to go look that story up real quick. Let's see, Fort. Oops. Here we go. Popular Fortnite YouTuber permanently banned for cheating. I should have paid, his words, quote unquote, I should have paid more attention to the community rules. Let me see what he did. I want to read this. Is it FaZe or Faze? FaZe Jarvis, a YouTuber with nearly 2 million subscribers, has been permanently banned from playing Fortnite after uploading videos where he uses cheating software to kill enemies, known as aimbots. Well, there you go. That's why he got banned. He was just an aimbot. Jarvis used the accuracy modifications to get advantage in non-competitive modes, such as solos. The now deleted footage that seems to have gotten Jarvis in trouble shows him never missing a shot, all while admitting he's using cheats to do so. In a video where he announces his ban from the game, Jarvis seems emotional as he recounts that his professional career is tied to the Battle Royale game. I wouldn't be here without this game, he says. Well, that's a great quote. I think about his videos to entertain people. I didn't even cross my mind that he'd be banned for life. Yeah, that's kind of how those things happen when you don't think ahead. That the game forbids the use of cheats, bots, scripts, or anything like that, etc., etc. Epic says we have zero tolerance policy for using of cheat software. Let's see. Huge mistake. It's completely wrong on my end. Yep, that's what happened. He used an aimbot. Now, I think the reason why he came right out and owned up to it is because he thought maybe, well, since it wasn't competitive play, that it wouldn't matter. But, I mean, regardless if it's competitive play or not, if you're using a cheat system, like an aimbot, you're screwing with other players' abilities to try and actually win. People who are playing fair. So, yeah. You cheat, man, you get caught, you're done. That's all it took. Oh yeah, that's right. There's the let me see. Are there any other cards in here? The Prime Monarch. Already got 3 of those. Monarch Awakens. Well, at least you can buy these. Oh yeah, there we go. Lord of Zemia. I want that one. The only thing I didn't like about this last tag tournament event, man, those treasure chests were just... They were terrible. The only reason why I have 1 copy of this Vylon Prism is because that's the one you automatically get. When you complete all of the, the various modes, you automatically get 1 copy. That's the only reason I have a copy of it. I got 9 of those, though. Let's see. Yeah, there was this one, the Dark Archetype. I got the one that you get for completing all the tasks, and then I bought one. So that's why I have 2. But yeah, out of the treasure chests that you get, I didn't get any archetypes. I didn't get any prisms. At all. I was like, man, that's just... that was so crap. And I thought about it because I had enough. I actually had enough to get a prism. But I was like, do I really want it? Do I want the prism or do I want... Because I only had like 304, I think, of these little tokens. So it was either get 1 prism or get a second archetype and then get various other stuff. So I decided to get the archetype and the various other stuff. Because I look at the prism and I'm like, that's probably not a card I'll ever really use. Whereas the archetype, I might find some use for it. So that's why I did that. I was like, oh well. Yeah, the treasure chests were not very good. I don't have a basement. There are no basements here. I did see that new deck. And I gotta say, I'm not really jazzed about this deck at all. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you get him out, it's great. I think, because this basically says that you have to buy 3 copies of this for it to be useful. Because, to get him out, you need this. And even then, you have to get that guy out first. So it is a little hard to get him out. He's amazing. If you do get him out, it's amazing, but it's a little hard. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Some of the cards look like they're okay, but like the big one like this, I just don't see myself using it. That card might be kind of useful on its own, simply because it's easy to get out. Just need a tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. Powerful Rebirth, that's a handy card. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland's actually pretty good. Stardust Assault. Yeah. That'll probably be the next EX deck. Stardust Assault. Warrior for Revenge. This face-up defense position card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. That's actually not bad. I still like the other Resonator better, but this is not bad. Justice, Fire Formation, Yoku, Mind Trust, Synchro Boost, Wicked Rebirth. King Synchro. Good Goblet Housekeeping. Sword Master. Huh. Xaber or Bellum? Were they just trying to fill out the deck? This doesn't, like, this card doesn't, I mean, it's easy to summon, but the card itself doesn't really go with the overall theme of the deck at all. Other than it being a synchro. Yeah, Stardust Assault's pretty amazing. Anything that basically negates itself, or that can negate other things like that, with very little cost or no cost, is amazing. Obviously. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy this deck. There's no point. At least not at this moment. I think I did buy a few packs of this finally. Okay, maybe I didn't. Oh no, I did. Look, see, I got one Spore. So I did buy a few packs. Oh no, wait, I didn't. These are the ones I've had before. Those are reprints. And I guess the Spore's a reprint too. I haven't bought any of these. Dark End Dragon's okay. I'm trying to remember why I didn't want this pack. Angel of Zera's okay. Gale the Whirlwind's actually pretty good. This is the one with all the Whirlwind cards, right? I think that's what this was. Okay, maybe not. Oh, wait, there are some more Whirlwind stuff. Yeah, look at all these guys. Droll Warrior, lots of synchros. Blackwings. Yeah, in the tag tournament, I let Crow carry me pretty much the entire time. Like, I'd go first and I'd like set a monster and end, and then Crow would come out and one-shot them. I was like, you go right ahead, buddy. Yeah, I don't really like any of these cards in here. I think the only thing I'd want is maybe this Dark End Dragon. Yeah. That's the only one I would really want. It was very rare that he bricked. He bricked one time. And even then it wasn't really a brick. It was just he wasn't able to one-shot them. So that made it a little more challenging. I actually had to try. Yeah, like one time I set a Gravekeeper Spy and I played Necker Valley. So they attacked. It flipped my spy, which didn't die because I had 2500 defense. Brought out another spy, set it in defense mode. Then it was Crow's turn, and all Crow could do was bring out like an 18 attacker, and that was it. He couldn't do anything else. I was like, oh crap. So I guess that was sort of a brick. Yeah, I don't see anything in this box that I would really want. I mean, unless I want to go Blackwings, which I really don't, because I spent so many gems getting all the Gravekeepers. I really don't want to start dumping, thousands of gems into another deck type already. But yeah, the only two I'd really want is probably Angel of Zera and Dark End Dragon. That's it. The rest of the box is kind of meh. Oh yeah, same thing with Spirit of the Beast. I did buy some of these. See, I got that, whatever Ritual Beast thing. I think it was, yeah, Window was the one that was actually pretty good. I think the Window was really the only card I wanted from here. Turbo Warrior, nah. Yeah, the Window was the only good card, and of course she goes with all the other cards in the pack. He would do the same thing too. He would tribute my monsters away. Oh, the worst one was Alexis. I had my Gravekeeper's Oracle, who is at 2,500, and then I had my Supernaturalist, who is at 3,300. And what does she do? She tributes my Supernaturalist away. I'm like, really? I'm like, come on, man. She tributed it away to bring out Benton, I think it was. But it was to get her combo going. She was trying to get her combo going, but still, I thought it was kind of stupid. It's like when I set the field that perfectly for you, you can just sit back and just let the cards do their thing. But I actually was pretty fortunate with the boxes. Like this is the one with all the Gravekeepers. I didn't have to go through Lixie. This is when I got my last Necro Valley. I just stopped buying. And the good thing is the furthest I had to go into the box was about halfway to get Necro Valley. Like my first Necro Valley, I got really quick, like within 20 packs. I reset. Then I went in and I think I was at like pack 92 or something. And then I got another Necro Valley. And then, like I said, with this one, got to 122 and already got the third Necro Valley, so I was done. And by that point, I had already gotten several spies and, you know, all the other stuff that went with it. So it was all good. Swap Frogs got #1 in TCG by some female duelist. Yeah, it's not uncommon. Swap Frogs are pretty good. I got all these various magicians. I got 2 of the Invokers. I don't even use this guy. I heard he was good, but I don't use him. Got 3 of the Chocolate Magicians. Don't even use her. 2 of that dude. Thunderhawks. 2 Chaos Sorcerers. I actually did put Chaos Sorcerer to work. In fact, here, I'll show it to y'all. I built a Chaos deck. It's an old school Chaos deck. Who did I have it on? Who was I using it on? Oh, I think I was using it on Kaiba, was it? I think I was using it on Kaiba. But it's not a super competitive deck, but I think it's fun to play. It's an old school Chaos control deck. Let's see, was that it? Nope. Let me see, was this it? I'm trying to remember which of the decks it was. Oh, you mean the Gravekeeper box? I put a lot of gems into the Gravekeeper box, but I was happy with it. I wanted to build a Gravekeeper deck, and thankfully I find the Gravekeeper deck very fun. So for me, it was worth it. Oh, but here is the Chaos deck. I thought about doing 2 Chaos Sorcerers, but I was like, eh. So I left it at 1 for now. 3 Cyber Dragons. 2 Breakers. 1 Grave Squirmer. 3 Blade Knights. Dark Resonator. This is the one that I like. This is the one Resonator that can survive if it's in defense or attack. The first time this card will be destroyed by battle, each turn it is not destroyed. That's why I like it. It sticks around. And then I've actually played with Shrink. Got your Galaxy Cyclone, Cosmic Cyclone, a couple of controllers, Dimensional Prison, 3 Walls. And then, of course, I've got the Stardust Dragon. I actually pulled him out a couple of times, and he's actually not bad. Because, again, this is a control deck. And it helps to destroy the backfield a lot. Because, like, this guy removes, this removes, this destroys, this takes out backfield, this takes out backfield, backfield. And then this one does backfield too. That's why it's a control deck. And then, of course, I've got the Chaos King Arcfang, so that's why it's a Chaos deck. And then Lightning Warriors and Gigantic Castle, just to round it out. Again, this is not a super competitive deck, but it's fun. I have fun with it. Yeah, I heard about the Buster Blader thing. The reason why they did it was because they changed how it works in the TC, or in the OCG, I should say. And since Japan changed the OCG rules, they're trying to make sure that Duel Links and the TCG all share the same rules. They don't want the game to be played differently in different regions or in different games, or in different versions of the game. So yeah, I guess they realized it was just ridiculous. And so they're like, yeah, we gotta change that. That's just stupid. So yeah, they changed the ruling on it. Basically, it says that you can't use a fusion sub with it anymore. So it's much harder to get it out. Not like super hard to get it out, but it is harder. Because what a lot of people were doing was, instead of actually adding Buster Bladers, like the regular Buster Blader, to their deck, they would just add fusion subs. And so even if it was like, if you top deck a Buster Blader and you have nothing on your field, you're like, eh. But if you top deck a fusion sub, at the very least you can set it and play a little defense. They changed because of the new yokes. No, I'm actually here. Let me see if I can bring up the story. I actually saw a story on it. Oh, well, that's in a different language. I can't read that. But yeah, I remember them saying that there was a change in the OCG. In fact, I think it's here in the game too. Let me see. Was it here? Let me see. Regarding tag tournament maintenance notice, rebalancing. No, that's not it. Where the heck is it? Maybe it's in the next slide over. Due to rule changes in the OCG, see? Original card game. That means OCG basically means Yu-Gi-Oh! In Japan, which is basically the father of all the different versions. And yeah, due to rule changes in the OCG, the way the effects of the following cards resolve has been changed. So there you go. That's why they did it. They didn't do it because of Duel Links. They did it because of actual changes in the regular card game. And they wanted it all to match up, which makes perfect sense. It's kind of interesting, though. I think I see what they were doing. Is they're basically saying that... Let's see. Must use special players fusion. Oh, I see what they're doing here. They're doing it because they're basically saying the first... I think the way they're doing it is the first monster listed has to be the right one, and the second one can be a substitute. So I think that's what they're saying. Specified. Oh, it says only the specific ones. Okay, never mind. Still, but yeah, that's what happened. Did they not change crystal turtles? I don't even know. We can look at the turtle here, and I can look it up. Let's see, where am I going? Let's go here. Let's see, where is he? Oh, it's not actually called turtle, is it? It's called something else. This guy. Oh, tortoise. That's what he is. If this face-up card is destroyed while in a multi-card manipulation, step assigned to it. Well, is this the one you're talking about? Are you sure it's not another one? Huh. Because, I mean, that seems pretty standard. It matches up with the others, with what the others do. Let me see if there was an errata. Emerald Tortoise. Well, here it is. Let's see what it says. So there was an errata. Let me bring it. And there's even a Reddit post on it too. Is Emerald Tortoise the first card altered for Duel Links? So let's see what it says here. Let me check out the Reddit post. Oh, it says here. It's basically asking a question: is Emerald Tortoise the first card altered for Duel Links? And then the response basically says this isn't really a change so much as a removal of an irrelevant effect, an irrelevant card effect, which is impossible to use in this format. Whether or not this effect was removed would make zero difference to how the card functions in Duel Links. Oh, okay. I think I see what it's saying here. Essentially, since Duel Links does not have main phase 2, like the TCG and the OCG does, that particular effect of Emerald Tortoise would have had no bearing on how it worked in Duel Links, because Duel Links has no main phase 2. So yeah, I think that's the only reason why they changed up the text on it. Because if they would have left the text in there, it might have been a little confusing for some players. Because there are Duel Links players that don't realize that there is a main phase 2 in the regular game. Like, I remember when I first started playing Duel Links, and I would, finish my battle phase and think, oh, okay, well, it's time for main phase 2. And then it would just end the turn. I was like, what is this? So it threw me, yeah. See, look at Dre, what's main phase 2? Yeah, basically the way it would go, it would be draw phase, standby phase, main phase 1, battle phase if you chose, then main phase 2, and then end phase. But, of course, in Duel Links, there is no main phase 2. So, yeah, it looks like the text was changed, but it has no bearing on how it works in Duel Links, because there's no main phase 2. I'm curious now as to what the text was. Let me see what it says. Huh. Okay. Here's the way it was errated. The original says, once per turn, you can change one of your monsters that attacked this turn to defense position. If this card is destroyed, and then the rest of it is the regular standard Crystal Beast stuff. So yeah, once per turn, you can change. Okay. I think what the thing was is that this particular effect where it says you can change one monster to defense position, that would happen in main phase 2. And so that's why they got rid of that text, because it doesn't matter. Let me see, and there was one errata, it looks like, in the OCG TCG, and then a sort of second errata for Duel Links, where they basically just removed the text completely because it didn't matter. So that's what the deal was. So you can, unless you control it, attack this turn, change the target to defense position if this is a card on the field. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it didn't make a difference. Even if that extra text was in here, it wouldn't matter for this card. So there you go. And poor Dan. Poor Dan. His Butterblader deck is dead. Now you have to go and start playing Gravekeepers like the rest of us. I actually like the Gravekeeper deck. It's pretty fun. It doesn't always work. I mean, it does brick occasionally, but it's actually not. The only times that I brick is I'll get like 3 Necro Valleys and like an Oracle, and that's my starting hand. I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything here. And then I draw into a chief, and it's like, well, I lost. Like this, see? Not that bad, but not good. Yeah, all I can do is just kind of Cyber Angel support. I'm not really into the Cyber Angel stuff. We're going to send that because I got to remove that. Yeah, get out of here. Are you serious? No, that's a brick. See, that right there is a brick. And I was just talking about that too. Oracle and Chief. Yep. That's the only time it bricks. I can't do anything. That sucked. Oh, here we go. We got a spy now. And I'm actually going to play defensively here. Here, I'll put the spy down like that. I'm not going to attack. Because I actually want to be able to flip the spy and I get a freebie out of it. So I can do this. And get the Supernaturalist. Bam. And send that away. You can do this. Activate the effect. I could bring the other Spiritualist and just make this ridiculous, but I'm just going to bring the Oracle. There you go. Look at that. That is amazing. Like I was saying, I could have brought her back because I have the Recruiter. I could have brought her back. Boom, boom. Got another Supernaturalist, and that would have been like, whoa. Yeah, I shouldn't need to activate any other effects. Performapal Caribal. I'm not even going to try to announce that. How you summon him from graveyard? What do you mean? The Oracle? You can bring the Oracle back from the graveyard using Chief's effect. There was no need to. She doesn't have drowning. Yeah, she didn't have a drowning Mirror Force there. But interestingly enough, the two abilities that I've used with it right now, I have the low level, whatchamacallit? Oh wow, look at that. Oh, do I want to sack both Spiritualists though? Hold on. I really don't want to sack both Spiritualists. Let's do this. I'll do that. Or I'll show you the deck in a minute. And hopefully I'll draw into it. I should draw into another monster. This is kind of a monster-heavy deck. There we go. But yeah, check this out. We're going to do this. Chief's effect. I'm going to pull her back. Bam. Effect. I'm sacking both of my Spiritualists, but it's worth it here. Activate that to get the search at the end. And that's it. Done. Now, this deck list is not set in stone. I could go hardcore with it, but right now I'm just playing around trying to see how differently some of these cards work. Because like one card I have in here right now, I'm thinking about taking it out, but it's the only card that I have that I can easily summon that has at least a fairly decent attack, which is 1800. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. See, I've got the Oracle, the Chief, 3 Spies, Resonator, 3 Recruiters. This guy, the Heretic, I don't know if I want to keep him I just put him in there just to see how he worked. He's okay because, like I said, he's got an 18 attack. The only thing I don't like about him is that he does not benefit from Necro Valley. He's unaffected as long as Necro Valley is on the field, which means he doesn't get the plus 500 bonus to his attack and defense. So he's I could kick it. I could actually kick him out and throw in another spiritualist. I have two spiritualists in here right now. I could actually kick him out, throw in a third spiritualist, and kick out one of these synchros and throw in a third supernaturalist, and that would make it flow a little bit better. But the thing is I've got so much searching power. Like I said, these guys, they search. All three spies search, and then all three recruiters search. So it's pretty easy to get the spiritualist, as you all saw. It's pretty easy for me to get it going. So I don't know if I really need 3 spiritualists. That might be overkill. And no spike shield. I actually thought about it. I really did think about it, but I was like, no. And even then, like this enemy controller, I could probably do without it. I find that I don't really use it that much. So, I mean, you could take that out. Like me, I like these dimensional persons just because it's really good at getting rid of monsters that I don't like. But yeah, these, I just put the 3 traps in there. But I guess if you want, you could sub in various other traps. The main engine, basically, is going to be your spies, your recruiters, and your spiritualists, because that's where all your searching power is. The only thing here is that this guy, when he searches, you have to bring the monster to the field. Whereas this one, you bring it to your hand. So yeah. There are other, like I said, there are other gravekeepers that I can look at. In fact, let's see. What was I going to do? The headman. Here, let me see. You said headman. Let me see what he does. This card is summoned. You can special summon. You can target 1 level 4 gravekeeper's monster in your graveyard, special summon it in attack position or face down defense position. You can only use the effect of. Oh, that's only if you summon him. So yeah, I'm not crazy about that. Yeah, that's only if you regular summon him. I'm not really crazy about that. That's why I like the spies, because even the spy itself, a 2000 defenders, usually going to stick around unless they get their combos like turn 1. Then the spy is going to stick around, and at the very least, even if it gets destroyed, you can still go and throw another monster on the field. So basically, if they take out your first spy, special summon the second spy in defense, it'll keep you going. At worst. The next Yugioh bridge. Heck if I know. I did see some of those other Necro Valley, whatchamacallit. Oops. Too many zeros. There's a trap card, right? Oops. The temple. While Gravekeeper's monster and Necro Valley are both on the field, monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. Ooh. Once per turn during your main phase, if you control no card in your field zone, you can activate 1 Necro Valley directly from your hand or graveyard. This card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's effect and sent to the graveyard. You can set 1 Necro Valley spell trap directly from your deck, except Necro Valley Temple. Huh. That's not bad. I guess if I wanted to go full on Gravekeepers, I could do that. What was the other one? Necro Valley Throne. I've got one of these. Let me see, activate effects. Add 1 Gravekeeper monster from your deck to your hand immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon a Gravekeeper's monster. You can only activate 1 Necro from the return. I guess I could try to sub that in. I could put that in and take out the enemy controller since I'm not using the controller. He didn't die. Little Krabo didn't die. He's still around. He has a lot of health problems. Here, let's try that, and I'll take out the enemy controller. Priestess. Do I want to take him out, though? Ambusher. What does he do on this card? He's flipped face up. You can target one card your opponent's graveyard. It's the target at the bottom of their deck. Assailant. Great for Shaman. Oh, but that's a tribute monster. Never mind. Quaint Magician, is that what you're talking about? No cards found. I'm spelling it exactly as you typed it. Nope. I'm going to get a lot of results here for Magician. Silent Paladin. Oh, Quintet. Okay. Oh, it's a fusion. Okay. Oh, this one. Five spellcaster type monsters. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. I mean, it's got a great effect, but that's a lot of cards. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that. Even though I have a couple of them, I'm gonna pass on that. Here, let me save this. And we're going to see how this card works out. Because if this card is actually really useful, I may dive back into that box and get a second one. But we'll see how this works. All right, we'll just do this. Not steaming today, man. We got a cold front in again. It's not super cold or anything, but it's all right. It's nice. It's like 55 degrees outside. Which I think for y'all over in Europe is like, what, 11 degrees? 12 degrees? Maybe a little more? Well, I can get the Spiritualist. See, look at how easy it is to get this Spiritualist going. Bam. Well, let me do... Let me think. I could actually just summon this and then attack, attack, attack. I mean, I'm just practicing anyway. I'm playing around with this right now. So we'll just do something kind of silly. We'll do this. And I'll actually dump the one that I just summoned so I can get a search out of that. So I'm going to get 2 searches here. Makes getting Cog more challenging now. Let's see. So, do I want to add... Well, actually, I can add another Spiritualist. There we go. Really? He ordered to charge that? Okay. That was stupid. Okay. That was really dumb. Hey, 200 gems. I didn't even get a chance to use the new card I added in. Yeah, pro plays. It's, you know, the real pro play that I see all the time, especially with that chaos deck I showed you all, is sometimes I'll put on the auto duel, and the AI on my turn as it's playing my cards will set a card, summon breaker, get the counter, then remove the counter and destroy the card that it just set. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? Ooh. We're going to go with the spy again. I could put the recruiter down there, but let's see if, at least this way, I know he'll hit. Oh, okay, goals. That worked out nicely. That worked out really nice. Because if I would put the recruiter down there, this would have negated recruiter's effect. So that worked out really well. So let's see, well, it doesn't really matter, they're both coming back. Get the chief. Man, Gravekeeper engine's just too amazing, man. But yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I like the spy. The spy with Necker Valley, they're not getting rid of that thing. Not easily. Play one game in PvP and get smashed. I'm at the egg, so it doesn't matter. I did play a little bit of PvP when was it the Kaiba Cup, the KC Cup? But I only did it because they offered a lot of gems. Like I think the first one, because they had that little thing where it was like an achievement, like a mini achievement, where you dueled so many times you get like 10 gems, then 15 gems, then 25 gems. And then of course every time you played in Kaiba Cup, you got more gems on top of that. And then if you won, you got even more gems. So I ended up getting like about 700 gems or so just from doing that. Oh, it's his turn. This is actually not the best hand. Oh, he's playing Noble Knights. Ooh, look at that. Oh. Now I can only just hope that that I draw a Necker Valley. If I can get a Necker Valley, then this is going to be pretty awesome. If I don't draw a Necker Valley, this might get ugly. Because of these frickin' Noble Knights. No, I forgot. Here, throw another spy out there. Forgot, doesn't affect it. Let me read this again real quick. Must be some my face. This card gains target attack. Spell card is activated. Okay. Weird. Didn't say anything about negating it or being unaffected. A bit strange. Yeah, I should be able to target it. It doesn't say anything about it being unaffected. Well, that goes away now. Well, his beater's gone. Oh my god. I can't draw Necker Valley now. 3 Necker Valleys in there. Can't draw it. And I got rid of the one monster that was going to probably give me problems. Well, he has the level 7 in his hand too. Which I think I can get rid of. We get our search. Let's see, who do I want to bring? Bring the Oracle. I'll bring the Oracle in hopes that I draw Necker Valley. Oh, this he did not. He basically summoned this because it's a Gemini monster. Oh, don't quit on me, dude. Come on. My engine's not running here. Don't quit on me. I think he quit on me. Aww. Yeah, he quit on me. Yeah, he was like 2-dimensional prisons. Come on. I actually really like Dimensional Prison. Like I said, I put it in that Chaos deck, and it worked really well in the Chaos deck, so I stuck it in this deck, and it works good here too. I like it best because it doesn't destroy the monster, quote unquote. It just removes it. That's it. It's not destroyed. Hooray! We're rookie rank 2. No, that guy wasn't really a rookie. He's like me. I'm in rookie rank, but not really a rookie. He knew what he was doing with that deck. Come on. Uh-oh. We broke it. I blame Dan. Yep. Game's busted, man. We broke it. Going ahead and get the gem rewards. Well, we're broken, guys. We're done. No more. Probably time for me to try to get some sleep anyway. What time is it? It's like 3, right? It's 3:23. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. There, you can't say I didn't stream this month. Oh, I see. So it makes it ineffective for 1 turn. Oh, okay. So that's what it was. The silent floor left. Well, I will see you all later. I'm trying to get some sleep. Goodbye.